Happy Women's Month! In continuation of our Women's Month series, we'll take a look at the most powerful women CEOs, founders, and business leaders in Southeast Asia. These powerful female entrepreneurs are changing the business world one step at a time. My name is Angeline, and this is the Daily Watch. Did you know that the Asia-Pacific region, in which the Southeast Asia region forms a part of, has the highest percentage of women bosses globally? This is according to a study carried out by Credit Suisse. The results are quite surprising, as many people consider Asia to be behind the curve when it comes to diversity and inclusion. In fact, the general trend is going upwards in Asia-Pacific as the fight for gender equality continues to gather pace. Singapore leads globally, representing 15% of the CEO population sampled. It tied with Italy for female CEOs. Thailand is not far behind in third place at 9%, while the Philippines is fourth with 8%. Meet the powerful women CEOs, founders, and business leaders in Southeast Asia. Tan Hui Ling, co-founder and CEO of Grab. A native of Malaysia, Tan earned an engineering degree from the University of Bath and an MBA from Harvard, where she met Grab's co-founder Anthony Tan. Before launching the Singapore-based ride-hailing app, Tan was a McKinsey consultant and worked for Salesforce.com. Tan oversees Grab's business strategy and growth, analytics, customer experience, and personal operations. Grab currently operates in the Asian countries of Singapore, Malaysia, Cambodia, Indonesia, Myanmar, Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, and Japan, and is Southeast Asia's first decacorn. Priyanarth Suttornwata, President and CEO of BGrim Power. Over the past 2 decades, Priyanarth has grown the power unit of Thai conglomerate BGrim into a $3.7 billion company that operates 47 power plants in Thailand, Laos, and Vietnam, with 5 more in development. She oversaw its IPO in 2017. BGrim Power has been enfaced by COVID-19, with net profits surging more than 60% in the second quarter, earning in June year-on-year on increases in production capacity and industrial customers. Its portfolio combines conventional and renewable projects, including gas, solar, hydro, and wind power generation. Priyanarth started at BGrim 28 years ago as Chief Financial Officer and was named to lead BGrim Power when it was established in 1996. Chung Thi Loc Han, founder and chairwoman of Vinh Hoan. Over the past 23 years, Kang has built her listed company into Vietnam's largest seafood firm by market capitalization. In 2019, the firm was also the best performer in the country's seafood industry, with $50 million net profit on $340 million revenue. Kang spent a decade working at state-owned companies before launching Vinh Hoan in 1997. Today, she has more than 6,000 employees in 6 processing plants. Dewey Mulyati, President Director of Prodya Vidya Husada. Mulyati was studying for a pharmacist license when her professor Andy Wijaya, co-founder of Indonesia's largest sales clinical laboratory operator, hired her in 1988 as assistant manager. 2 decades later, she became president director and led a national expansion that boosted the number of clinics from 107 in 2010 to 285 today. She also ramped up testing for autoimmune disorders and other diseases, which made up nearly a fifth of the company's revenue in 2019. Last year, Mulyati switched gears to offer rapid COVID-19 testing that can be administered in a drive-through, clinic, or at home, with results posted online. Rachel Ang, founding partner and managing director of Ang & Company. Ang is a trailblazer in Singapore's traditionally male-dominated legal profession. In 2010, she became the first woman to lead one of the largest law firms by number of lawyers in Singapore, Wong Partnership. In 2018, Ang shook the city-state's conservative legal circles when she jumped to global professional services firm PricewaterhouseCoopers, becoming the highest-profile lawyer in Asia to leave a traditional firm to join the increasing number of integrated legal services that combine legal services with related advice in areas such as cybersecurity and regulatory issues. Less than a year after joining, she was appointed to PwC's Global Legal Leadership Team, the only woman in the 9-member team, helping oversee the network's 3,600 lawyers across roughly 100 countries. Ang now heads PwC's Singapore member firm, which now bears her name, Ang & Company. Jeriporn Sakul, co-founder, chairman, and group CEO of WHA Group. Jeriporn and her husband, Samyas Anantaprayun, started the WH Group in 2003, growing it into Thailand's leading industrial estate developer and services provider. After Samyas died in 2018, Jeriporn took the reins and pursued expansion across Southeast Asia and at home, including developing commercial districts for high-tech industries under Thailand's Eastern Economic Corridor initiative. She remains focused on an ambitious 50 billion baht 5-year plan that sees the group adding its 11th industrial estate to its Thai portfolio and diversifying its power and utilities businesses. Nabila Alsagoff, co-founder and COO of Nusa Satu Inti Arta. In 2005, when Alsagoff started a website with Bali's tourism board, she noticed local banks couldn't process the online payments it attracted. So she and two friends co-founded Jakarta-based Nusa Satu Inti Arta, best known by its brand name Doku, which is the local slang for wallet. Doku pioneered cashless transactions in Indonesia, leapfrogging domestic banks to offer e-wallet services. In 2016, Indonesia media group Elang Mahkota Technology bought a majority stake in Nusa Satu for an undisclosed sum, but Alsagoff remains Doku's chief operating officer. In 2019, Doku handled 63 trillion rupiah in payments, 50% more than in 2018, making it Indonesia's leading e-payment service. Rachel Davila, founder of Cropital. Rachel Davila is well known in the Philippines for using her programming skills to help farmers in her home country. She developed Cropital in 2015, a crowdfunding platform that allows users to invest into farms or farmers to grow their crops. Users that invested will also get some returns during harvest season, ranging from 3 to 30%. Just 1 year after starting up the company, Davila was featured in Forbes 30 Under 30 Asia 2016 for the Finance and Venture Capital category. The company is now recognized and supported by many countries, including the US, Netherlands, and Malaysia. Nguyen Thi Phuong Thao, President and CEO of Vietjet Air. Nguyen Thi Phuong Thao is Vietnam's first self-made billionaire. She holds 2 bachelor's degrees in financial credit management and labor development. Before becoming president and CEO of Vietjet Air in February 2017, she was dabbling in distributing goods from Japan, Hong Kong, South Korea, and Soviet Union. Additionally, she has investments in bank and resorts. Ranked as 62nd in the list of Power Women 2016 and Asia's 50 Power Businesswomen 2016, she is also currently the wealthiest self-made woman in Southeast Asia with a net worth of $2.5 billion. Nurhayati Subakat, co-founder and CEO of Paragon Technology and Innovation. As a trained chemical engineer, Subakat began her journey when she founded a company known as Pusaka Tradisi Ibu with her husband in 1985. The company makes hair care products before stepping into an affordable makeup line commonly known as Putri in 1993. As a devout Muslim, she understood the rising demand of halal makeup and skincare products. In 1995, Warda, which means rose in Arabic, was born. In 2017, Paragon Technology and Innovations had 8,300 employees and held 30% of the beauty products market in Indonesia. Lorraine Bello-Cinco-Chan, CEO of Wilkin Depot Incorporated. Since taking this home improvement and building products retailer public in March 2017, Bello-Cinco-Chan has led the family business on its most aggressive expansion yet. Wilkin, which includes Wilkin Depot big box stores and Wilkin Home Essential shops, has opened 7 more outlets, boosting its total nationwide to 43. She joined the team in 2000, working as trainee to then-President William Bello, her father, who started Wilkin with 1 tiny shop in Quezon City in 1977. She became CEO in 2016. She has computerized Wilkin's manual systems and guided its stores from traditional to big box formats. Since its IPO, Wilkin stock has more than doubled. This is by no means a comprehensive list. The business landscape in Southeast Asia has been changing in the past decade, with more women finding their way to the top of the ladder. The business world may be a challenging place, but these successful female CEOs and founders have proven that it is possible for women everywhere to rise and thrive at the very top. That's it for today. If you liked today's video or learned anything new, press the like button, subscribe and ring the bell to get the latest content from the Daily Watch. See you next time!